If you want to execute code based on certain conditions, you should know about the if statement. For example, what happens if the player reaches 0 health can be handled inside an if statement. And they are pretty simple to use, so let's not waste any more time. The if statement consists of 3 parts. First, you have to use the if keyword. Then you have to provide any condition you like. And lastly, a code block that should be executed if the condition is true. So for example, if the player receives damage, we could write if player health less or equal to 0 and then provide the code that handles the death state of the player. Let's assume that in this case the player health variable is 10. So we check the condition, is 10 less or equal to 0? No, it isn't, so we will not execute the code block of this if statement. But what if we want to activate a visual effect as soon as the player is below 20 health points? For that, we can use another statement, the so-called else if statement. For that, we have to write the else if keyword, a condition, and again a code block that we want to execute when this condition is true. Another requirement for an else if statement is that directly before it, we have an if or another else if statement. Let's assume we have this structure. So first, if health is equal or below 0, we handle the death state. That is basically what we already had before. Then additionally, we have the else if statement that checks if health below 20. And then it executes code that, for example, activates a visual effect. And we also can have another else if statement, for example, that checks if health is below 50. And then in this case would execute code that adjusts, for example, the color of the health bar. So now let's run another example execution with the assumption that health in this current example is 10. First, we check the condition of the if statement. Again, we can see that 10 is not equal or below 0, so we don't trigger code block of the if statement. Then we move to the next statement, the else if statement, and check if 10 is less than 20. Yes, it is, so we enter its code block and execute all the statements between the brackets. Now, some of you might think that we also go into the code block for health less than 50, because obviously 10 is also less than 50. However, when you have if and else if statements, you go from top to bottom and check the condition until you have found a match, and all the other else if statements that come after this statement that was executed will not be checked anymore. And therefore, if statements combined with else if statements are exclusive, so only one of the options will be executed. But let's assume you want to handle all of those 3 statements, even though one was already triggered. For example, you want to handle the death state, but also activate a visual effect when it's below 20. And you also want to change the color of the health bar when the health is below 50. For that, you have to remove the else of the else if statements, and then you have 3 if statements. Then you check if health less than or equal to 0, then you do something. But then you also check the next if health less than 20, then you do something. And then you also check the next if statement. Therefore, if statements in sequence are not exclusive. And therefore you can combine functionality that gets triggered inside an if statement with something that gets triggered inside another if statement. Lastly, we also can create an else block. The else block only has 2 components. First, we have the else keyword, and then the code block that should be executed for the else statement. This code block will be executed if none of the preceding if or else if statements were triggered. Therefore, requirement for this else statement is that there's also an if statement or other else if statements before it. If we add an else block to our example before, the else block would only be executed if health is 50 or above. Because when it's below 50, something will be triggered beforehand. Is it below 20? Another statement will trigger it. And is it below or equal to 0? Then the first if statement will be triggered. So, in summary, you can combine if and else if statements and also an else block to basically handle different cases. If one case is true, then the other if statements for the other cases will not be executed. And basically, the else block could function as a default execution for when other cases were not satisfied, then do this. And like mentioned before, if you have multiple if statements in sequence, then they do not exclude each other. Then all of those if statements could potentially be true and would execute their assigned code. Today's exercise should make you a bit more comfortable with using if statements. Therefore, write the code with if and else statements that does the following. Create and initialize variables for x and y. Those variables should take numbers and you can assign the number that you want. However, if x is greater than y, log the string x is greater. If x is less than y, log the string x is less. Otherwise, log the string x is equal. And we have an exercise 2. Also create two variables. Again, x and y, and those should again take numbers. You can again assign any number you like to those variables. What we now want to do is to check if x can be divided by y without any division rest. If that is the case, print a log that says x can be divided by y. Otherwise, print a string that says x cannot be divided by y. Like always, if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. Otherwise, see you next time.